Recently, I had the opportunity to address a whole bunch of evangelical Christians through an online conference called The Nines, and they asked me to make a short video about my thoughts about same-sex marriage. Yeah, so this is what I sent them. Hello, church leaders. My name is Hemant Mehta, and I write at friendlyatheist.com. I also appear on YouTube on the Atheist Voice channel. In case you can't tell, I am an atheist. Shocking. I just wanted to take a minute to thank you. Really. I've spent the better part of the past decade trying to convince people that, more often than not, religion has a negative effect on our society. That means I've been trying to convince people to stop believing in God and trying to get them to leave their church even if they are Christian. But nothing I've done has been as effective as what you have done. If you're a pastor who's spoken out against same-sex marriage, you have made my job so much easier. I'm 31. For most people my age or younger, including Christians, homosexuality is just not a big deal. We don't think it's a sin. We don't think there's anything wrong with you if you're gay. We all have friends, close friends, and family members who are gay or lesbian. We don't change our tone of voice when we talk to them. We don't pity them. And we certainly don't feel an urge to fix them. And that's why it's ridiculously easy for me to make the case that no one should take you seriously when you talk about homosexuality. When you say homosexuality is a sin, we laugh, because we know that you ignore so many of the other sins in the Bible. When you say the government is oppressing Christians because their publicly owned businesses might have to make a wedding cake for a gay couple, we roll our eyes, because we see that as discrimination, not an attack on anyone's conscience. No one's conscience should be okay with treating other people like that. When you say gay marriage is a slippery slope toward the legalization of bestiality or polygamy, we shake our heads, because we know that the worst thing about legalizing gay marriage is that we're going to have to spend more money on wedding gifts. When you say the recent court decisions will force you to have to perform gay weddings inside of your church, we're shocked, because none of us want the government telling your church what to do or what to believe. When you say marriage is a religious institution, we dismiss it, because my wife and I didn't have a church wedding, and a pastor didn't officiate the wedding, but I don't think anyone would dare make the case that my marriage is any less significant than any of yours. When you say you love gay people, we really wonder about that, because not all of you show it through your actions. And the silence from so many of you when your colleagues say awful things about gay and lesbian people is just deafening. When you say gay marriages are not as strong or lasting, we can all point to gay couples we know whose love is so powerful that we all hope to one day feel that way about somebody else. When you say gay couples destroy the sanctity of marriage, we can't believe it, because we've never seen Christians get that angry about the divorce rates in this country, and I've never seen any organized church campaign to get The Bachelor off the air. When you say the children of gay couples suffer, we're surprised you'd sink that low, because we're thinking if only all kids had the benefit of having two loving parents. And when you say LGBT people and their allies redefined marriage, we're appalled, because you redefined love. Again, it's not just atheists like me who feel this way. A lot of young Christians do too, and they no longer come to your church because of your stance on this issue. Many of those Christians, actually, are so ashamed of the C word now and what you've done to it that they're looking for new ways to explore their faith that don't involve coming to your church. I'm sure a lot of you think I'm being unfair. You love the sinner, you hate the sin, but you have a weird way of showing that love. And your sermons against gay marriage have done more to push people away from the Christian faith than anything Richard Dawkins or Bill Maher will ever do. I'm amazed that this is the hill you've chosen to die on, which is mind-blowing when I think of all the amazing things you all actually do. Christians give so much money to charity. You do so much volunteer work. You take care of each other better than any community I can think of. You adopt children who have nowhere else to go. You inspire people on a weekly basis. In those ways, I wish atheists were more like you. And yet, when you ask young people what they think about Christianity, I promise you that anti-gay is at or near the top of that list. And I also promise you that awesome is not. So thank you. Please keep up the good work, because you've sent a lot of people my way, and I really appreciate it. My name is Hemant Mehta, and I write at friendlyatheist.com. Please leave a comment below, and we will be sure to check it out. And don't forget to subscribe.